Hello guys, it's Paula, and we are going to start our Christmas season. So, and we're going to start it off with a little golden book, and I'm going to kind of alternate the types of books. And so, I don't know how many I'll get made. I will take custom orders, but you will need to contact me through Etsy and let me know that you want to do a custom order, and then I'll come back and talk with you. Okay? So, this is the little book that we're going to do. So, it's the Christmas Donkey, and it's just a gorgeous book. Now, I am still trying to get my lights to work correctly, and it appears that my lights are glaring everywhere. So I apologize. I've got to get my husband in here to help me with that, and he is not here right now. See that right there? I'll try to keep it under wraps. Okay. So we're not going to work with the book today, but I wanted to show it to you. And I'm going to also show you the fabric that will go on this little book. Now, if this is a book you want, you just need to send me a custom order for it. Okay, so, or contact me. You can't just send me a custom order without contacting me. Okay, now, this is going to look really pretty, and it glistens. And I suppose I'm not sure of the ribbon yet, but I do have the fabric cut and ready to go. Okay, so this book measures 8 by 6, a little over 8 by 6. And so what we have to do is get the paper cut to fit that size. So I am going to use some avocado dyed papers. I'm going to use some decorated tea stain papers I just love. We will be using tea stain paper more than normal in this book, but that's another episode. Okay, so right now my goal is just to have the paper the same width and the same height. So let's get started on that. My mat is slipping on me, so oh my goodness, it's driving me crazy. Okay, so let's start with some of our digitals. Now, this digital, let me see how wide it is. Okay. So I need it to be 5 3/4. So the width on this is fine. It's okay if it's shorter. I just don't want it to be, I just don't want it to be too wide. You know, so we have plenty of what we need here. So 5 3/4 by 7 3/4 is what I'm cutting right now. So I'm just going to set those aside. Let me make sure you're able to see. Oh, you just barely are. Let me fix it. I thought I had this in here perfect. I apologize for the mishap here, that I don't actually have it in here perfect. My desk is totally arranged different. You know how that is, and you just, let me get that in. There we go. There we go. I kept feeling like I was further back than I needed to be. So, what I'm going to choose to do is cut the end that doesn't have as much excitement going on. Okay? Let me make sure that will work. All right. So, 3/4 And I'm just going to keep them in order. I kind of have them in order of how I would like to have them for the book. I'm sorry, I'm talking and thinking, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing here, so I don't want to mess up. Now, why was that one shorter? Oh, because it was a different kit. I have mixed kits, you guys, and I can't make any promises as to how that will end up. So, we'll see. I always go a little bit bigger just in case something isn't like I want it to be. And I hope you guys are having a great day. Listen, my days are crazy right now because, you know, we don't have ourselves on a routine right now. I don't have doctors. I don't have hairdresser. I did find a groomer for Sadie yesterday, and that's because she desperately needs one right now. But, yeah. So, then Rick went and got his hair cut and came back. And, you know, I never thought my husband would come back from a lady's shop and say, honey, you might want to try this lady out and for your hair. So I'm going to give her a chance. She super nice on the phone, and hopefully I'll turn out normal. It's just a color and a trim, so you can't go too wrong with that, right? Okay. Now, if I feel like it needs to be shorter after this, you know, I'll do whatever I have to do. But in the meantime, I don't want to cut more than I need to. So I'm going just a little bit. It looks like my paper is not perfect right there, but I'm not changing anything. Okay. So tell me what you guys have been up to. So we're here in Branson, and I think if you're around the area that I lived in, which was Oklahoma, you would know what Branson's all about. So, for those of you that do know what Branson's all about, I apologize, but I'm going to let people who don't live in this area know what Branson's all about. Branson has 2 lakes, and one of them's called, it looks more like a river, but it's called, give me a minute, I can never say it right, Tamikomo, or that was a terrible job. That's not anywhere near what it's called. I'll get it down and let you know. But the one we live on is Table Rock. It's Table Rock Lake. And we moved here. This is a tourist town, for those of you that don't know that. It has a lot of things for families to do. It has a place called Silver Dollar City, which is like an amusement park, but it's not. It's more of a crafting, back in the day kind of thing. They'll have craftsmen making things, and then they sell them if you want to buy them. And then if your kids want to stop and ride something, they can do that as well. So it's kind of a combination, but we are located in the Ozark Mountains. And so, yeah. And the mountains are covered in beautiful trees right now, which are all turning red and burgundy. And and yellow and orange and every color that you can imagine for the fall. And because this is the Ozark Mountains, you know, we have a lot of trees on the mountains, and they just cross over each other, and it is starting to be stunning here. This city has always been, it's all rock, so there's not a lot of soil. There is soil, but you'll see what I mean. There's not a lot of like when they come and build something, they have to like sandblast the rock, and you'll look at it and you'll think, how in the world are they going to build anything out of that? But they do. And we set up on the peak of a mountain, and it overlooks the lake. So our view of the lake is not gigantic, okay, but it's plenty big. And the nice thing about living here is, you know, they also are kind of like the main street in Branson is called Country, I think it's Country Lane Drive, Country Music Drive. Maybe it's one of those. I'm learning still. But, so Branson not only has Silver Dollar City, it has a big water park. It also has a place called Shepherd of the Hills. And it's been so long since I've gone to the Shepherd of the Hills tourist area to be able to really tell you. I can't even remember what the story's about, but you get to tour it, and it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so trying to get all my little pieces off here. And anyway, I am letting you know this stuff so you'll know, you can imagine about where I'm at, and you can look it up. Look it up online. It's called Branson, Missouri, and it has all kinds of stuff to do. It is definitely like at Christmas, starting November 1st through December 31st, or January 1st, I guess. It's Christmas celebration time here, so they start early, and that's cool. But you can get season passes to Silver Dollar City, which is probably what we will do. We've never done it before, but we're going to. And I'm making sure my paper is all the correct size. Let me look here. Okay. I just want to take off a smidgen. Okay. Anyway, it also has, like rides and go-karts and bumper cars and several mini golf places up and down the whole country lane, but it also has music theaters, and they've had different people here. As a matter of fact, I told you guys that we bought our house, was owned by one of the country music stars, back in, quite a ways, back in, let's see, probably late 80s, early 90s. And I'm sorry, guys. We got cut off by my alarm, which I should have remembered, but I didn't. I'm out of practice on my video, and I haven't, you know, been doing as much as I once did because of the move. But anyway, so there's, I don't know, there's probably 15 or 20 theaters. Maybe that's more than I should say, but there's tons of antique malls, just big antique malls and stores to shop in, and a lot of shopping. Like there's a Tanger Outlet Mall in Missouri that's really big. And then there's also a place called Branson Landing, which has all kinds of great restaurants and food. And it sits on Tamikomo. That's the name of it. Lake that I was trying to say a while ago. And so we've been having fun trying different restaurants, and if we want to go to a show, we go to a show. We've been here 3 weeks now. My sister was sick with COVID and her husband, but they're doing great now. So she didn't get to come up like she normally would when we bought the house. But now we're going to, I'm going to get some of these papers. Excuse me while I grab them. Now we're going to be having company off and on, and that's great. Trying to get these the right size so I don't have to cut. These are pages from the idea book, and so you get all kinds of great pictures, and I could only put them in sideways, and I don't like that, but I just felt like we needed this dove. He's so pretty. And let me see how wide. It's perfect. Okay, and we're going to do the Nativity because this has to do with the birth of Jesus. This little book is about the donkey during the birth of Jesus. And so, let's see. I'm going to do it like that. So you won't see every part of these pictures, but you'll see enough. It's like I always do in my books this time of year, because I just, frankly, it's what makes it fun, is using different things from old vintage books, and these are old. So anyway, I get this straight along here. Luckily, I'm not having to chop off anything very important. Okay. Now let me see how wide. It's just the right height. Okay. And this is a sweet picture. Such a sweet picture. Anyway, so my sister and her husband and Rick and I went to see a show Thursday night. That was really good. Just a lot of fun. And so our plan, I mean, we're just about 3 miles, 2 to 3 miles from the lake if we drive there, which is just around the corner. And we plan on getting our first boat. Yes, you heard it first. We've never had a boat. And so we'll be very careful, but we are planning on getting a boat. And so that's exciting for us. Also, it's going to be a small boat, maybe like a small pontoon or something. But, yeah. So, this has kind of a story with it, so I may try to include it. I don't know. It's going to depend on how it fits into the book. Okay. And I don't know if we'll buy a used one or a new one. Most likely we'll buy a used one. You know, but it's got to be in somewhat decent condition for me. I don't like them all torn up and dirty. I don't like anything torn up and dirty, do you? I think most of us feel that way. And anyway, so that is our goal as far as the lake goes and why we're here. You know, my husband and I have came to Branson. The first time we ever came to Branson, there were only two theaters in Silver Dollar City and Shepherd of the Hills. That was it. A couple grocery store, a couple restaurants. I felt like we never could really find a good place to eat at that time. But now, yeah, there are good places to eat, really good places to eat. Okay, I'm going to move these scraps real quick so we can cut some more. I thought you guys might have fun going along with me doing this. I hope it's not too boring. But I thought it would be kind of fun. So, I think that's the top right there. So what I'm going to do with this paper is, I'm thinking, first of all, so we need it to be, I'm thinking, okay, let me see if I wrote all my measurements down over here. Let's see. So if we do it like I'm thinking, we need to cut at 11 and a half. So I'm going to do like this, 11 and a half, because that is folding it at 5 3/4, which is what I feel like I want to go 5 1/2 though. And how about 11 1/4? I wonder if that will make a difference. 11 1/4. Gotta remember to do all of them, 11 1/4. And now we've got the width right. Now the height needs to be, looks dirty right there. The height needs to be almost 8. Just barely. So I'm trying to get that real even and straight. So these scraps are the scraps that I will use to build the little golden book so that it will go into the journal like it's supposed to. For some reason, this doesn't look like it's coming out straight. What did I do? Let me see. Sorry if my head's in the way. And I promise you, it's not. It's clean, but it's wild. So I will tell you this. In Branson, the water is so hard. We had to get a water softener system, which is like $60 a month. But still, your bath water and the water you wash your hair with is not soft water. So you end up with, oh my goodness, I don't know how to say it really, but really dry hair. And so I've got to get some product. When I go to this lady for my hair, I'm going to ask her what she recommends, because I got out of the shower and I was like, man, my hair feels so dry, and I didn't like it. So hopefully I can discover what will help it. So here we go. I'm using these are Christmas papers that I'm using. The main paper I'm using is Graphic 45. I'm going to make it the extra paper, because the ones I'm using is the angel paper. Okay, and I thought it'd be really pretty in this pastel book, and so that's what I'm attempting to do, is the angel paper. So we'll see how this all turns out. And I might have to find some more somewhere, and that's okay. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the, I'm trying to think. I want to cut the short side first. So that will be the almost 8. I'm sure I'm going to have to cut some of these shorter, because we don't want Santa in our angel book, right? So I'm having to maneuver it where it will come out right. All right. Okay, so we're going to have this as a really pretty snowflake paper with stripes, but you can see snowflakes behind it. So there's that one. I'm trying to add some snowflake papers, and I'm adding, you know, to go along with the angel. I don't know how many signatures. I'm thinking 2 bigger signatures. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Let's do... Yeah, so I kind of went through some different packages of paper and, you know, everything to find some extra sheets that would be pretty in this book. I am going to do a couple traveler's notebooks. I've already got those planned out. And I'm going to do a cardinal book. And my next little golden book's going to be the Nutcracker. So keep those in mind. Those are the ones I've got all planned. And if I have time to do more, I will. But I have to, you know, I have to sell the ones I'm making in order to keep making more. I'm sure you guys understand that. Kind of hard to keep making if you don't sell them, you know. You're kind of stuck. These are such pretty colors. And I have one more that's just kind of, it's like lights. You know, it just looks like lights. And if I need it, I'll use it. If I don't, I'll save it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it, but then I just felt like, you know, it could represent the star in sort of a way that would be fun. I haven't dug out any other papers as far as vintage pages. I want to try and just use digitals, this cardstock that's so pretty, and coffee and tea stained and avocado stained papers. I may be putting some white lace on this one because it's so pretty. The paper is just super pretty. So I'm going to do this one exactly how it should be done here. Let me get it at the right height. And then pretty. So I have to decide which of these papers I want to be my center page. I think I'll do one with this paper. And one with the other angel paper. It has bigger angels. Excuse me. It's been chilly here, but today the sun really came out and it was a beautiful day. And so this one will be in the center. So I'm just going to do 2, but it's going to be enough for, it's going to be enough to do the numbers and use it as a December daily. It will definitely work for a December daily. And so that will be fun. Okay, now these will be folded outward and they'll be in the opposite. So that'll be fun. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go down and do the short part first because that's really easier for me. Okay, so we're going to end up with all of this to make some ephemera with, and all of these to use with our, we're going to have extra side pockets in these also, like tuck pages, or you can use them like regular sides. Now I'm going to save this one. I want to put it in the book. I've already cut one out for journaling cards because I felt like they were so pretty, and I may use these for journaling cards too. I was gonna do it as, I just don't want to cut through any of them. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna see if I need it before I cut it up. So it's gonna kind of go to the side here. Now, I'm not going to do that one portion right now. Let me see how much time we have. And then I can decide if we want to. Okay, we're still doing all right. But I want to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to close that and kind of scoot it out of the way. Let's just stick it up here. We got little pieces of paper going everywhere. Okay, now I don't want to mess up this table any more than I have to. So I am going to put this right here to keep from doing a total mess. So I thought we would make, and I will ink these at some point, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to do numbers on here. Now, I'm not going to do them all and bore you to death. Or I might. You never know. So I'm going to put letters on here. And, or numbers, I mean. And it's going to be Tim Holtz. It's called Type Lower. Whatever that is. That's the name of it. Type Lower. So lowercase. But there's numbers on here. And I have never opened this. But it's coming open pretty easy, isn't it? We'll see. Ow. No, it's not. I was going to do die cuts because I thought I had number die cuts. And when I started looking, it was letters. And so that made me sad. But these would be big enough for these. Because you don't want your stamps to take up, you know, your whole page. Whoops. So I'm going to lay this right there out of the way. Move this up where you guys can see. I might have to move this over. Keep it out of the way. I would have had this ready and there wouldn't have been any excitement except, you know, you never know. Okay, let's start with the lowercase. Let's just start, you know, if I see one that doesn't look great. I made extras in case I don't do this exactly right. Now I'm trying to find my numbers because everything's upside down. Let me turn it over. Okay, my numbers are down here. And I don't see them down there. You know, I think they're all mixed up. Are you kidding me? Why would they do that? Yeah, that's an S. Look at this. They're all mixed up. Ah, that makes me crazy. Okay, we need A, B, no, we need 1, 2, 3. Paula, keep your act together. So, here is number 1. And I don't know exactly. Oh, these are supposed to cling on. We'll see. They're bigger than I thought they were. So I thought I'd try this blue first. And I really should have a scrap piece of paper here, but these are not going to be the right size. So what we're going to do is move up a size. But I've got to find some paper to do that. And I don't know how many I have of this particular paper. Let me get the next size up. That is 1 inch. I'm thinking my next one is 1.5 inches. So it's quite a bit different. That can't be 1.5 inches. Seems too big, doesn't it? But I'm going to measure. It is 1.5 inches. What do you know? So I'm just going to, I may not get to do this on camera, guys. We'll see. I'm going to do these pink ones. I really might have to go to the next size down, and the only punch I have that will do that, see, this one's already snagging. You know how they are. They don't cooperate. And I really thought these letters would work. Let me step over here and get a different set of letters that maybe has numbers. Let me see. Excuse me. If I don't fall over something. I mostly need to have numbers, because if I don't, just a moment. Okay, so my other Tim Holtz stamp might be the right size. We'll see. Because I don't want to have to find more of this paper. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off. Let's see. At least in this other one, Tim Holtz has them in order. I just can't believe they didn't actually have them in order. Okay. So we'll move those out of the way and use the smaller ones. Let's see if we can do that. You know, I forget what I have. I probably should have pulled these out to start with. But the numbers were in the middle of the page and I didn't notice them before. Now, these are cling stamps and you know they like to cling. And so they're actually clinging to the inside of the bag. That is crazy. Let's get them out. I love to do mixed media with this type of stamp. Why is it sticking? I don't understand. It won't come out. Sorry, guys. My video is being sabotaged by the stamp set. Now, when I loosen it all up, let's just take the whole thing out if we need to. Good grief. There we go. This is why this one here particularly is going to be smaller. Keep your fingers crossed. We'll hope for that anyway. I haven't used these numbers, so probably have to tear them as I go. Yes, that's what you have to do. Now I put them, you want to kind of, when you have the cling ones, you want to kind of hope that you get I don't know if these are still going to work or not because I'm going to do the ones that have, so let's do 10 since it will be the first one and see if we can get 2 of these on here. Now let's do the 0. You know, you don't want to do anything you don't have to do. So I'll try to do everything that involves a 1. Now these are supposed to look splotchy. I don't know. See how they look like I didn't get enough ink on it? That's how they're supposed to look. So I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll go ahead and do a couple more. And I can always decide if I want to change them. I decided to use the like a midnight blue. I think that's pretty much what it looks like to me. Because, great. I love it when you have that, don't you? If you get it too much, you get the excess over here. Now that one's a little better, but it has that extra streak. So we'll see. You gotta lean it just right. I'll do all the ones first. Yeah, that's looking better. I might just have to I'm just learning how not to hold this stamp. Whoops, I need to do an 11. Oh, I already did an 11. Okay. I hope you guys didn't miss any of this. Just realized my mat was down low. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to redo this one. Now that I know how to hold this thing. And I'm going to redo the 11. Because I did a few extra. Yeah, that's better, right? Okay, so that's not too awful. So let me think for a second. We're going to do, there's one. These are going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, once again, I will have other numbers show up, but let's just go on and do the, let's keep the 1 over here to the side. Now we're going to need the 2. And we'll just work our way up that way. See how it all turns out. I have learned a lot about this particular set because I've taken a lot of mixed media classes. And oh my goodness. It's not, it doesn't, you know, clinging doesn't always work out great. Now, I don't know how the 2 is going to fit on here. So, and they never cut them just perfect, you know. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut more. Yeah, it's looking better, right? I got to do a 21 there. And the rest of these will have the other numbers. Those are looking cute. And when I get them inked, you know, once this dries, I think they'll look even better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll try to put them in order. Okay, so 2. All right. Okay, so that's going to be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Perfect, right? So we, again, will have to come back with the 2 and do some more. But in the meantime, we're just going to leave these right there. Now we're going to go to number 3. And I'm not going to keep you guys forever, but I just thought this would be kind of fun. Let's see. Yep, there's the 3. And I am going to have to do some more, but let's do the 3 in the very middle. Yeah. I think I'm forgetting to add one for the 20. Yes, I need to do that. So we're going to have 33. So let's do that one first. 33. So while we're doing this one, we'll do it correct. We'll do 30. Oh, we don't need 33. Duh. I have to keep myself in gear. We're only going to do 31. Okay, so that's 30, and then we'll do this one. And you don't have to take your thing all the way to that section of it, as far as that goes, as far as you want. But now I'm going to go back and do a 23. And I'm going to do a 13. Yeah. So we should be good. 30, 31, 23, 13. Okay, now see this one, it will be able to go back into the little pocket. I may have to bring it back out later, but we'll see. So right now, I'm going to do, let's go ahead and do the 4. We have to get them all out anyway because, you know. Oops, I did that in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be up here. Got to get it on here straight. Which it doesn't want to cooperate. It seems so late and it's only 6 o'clock. Number 4. Now remember, this particular stamp, we don't need a 40 something. I was just about to do that. But we need a 24 and we need a 14. Yeah, so there we go. 14, 24, and 4. So, take that number off and put it back. I don't think, I'm going to go right here so it doesn't get ink on my table. Since I don't have my mat down here for this moment, let's go ahead and do the zeros. See if we can put them back. This one back, I mean. There's 30. So we've got 10. We need a 20. We'll have to do another, yeah, we need one for 21 right there. So we'll do that like that for now. And we got the 10. Okay. That ought to be all we need that one for, right? Let's do the number 1. Get those all finished. I think we just have to do the 20 and the 31. Oops, almost got off the page that time. There we go. All right. Put the 1 back in here, and let's go ahead and do the 2. So we can get it put up. So we need a 12. I guess I missed that one earlier. 12 right there. And we got the 22 and we've got the 2. So that's the only one I missed. So now we need to get the number 5. If I can get it to get out of there for me. Feels good to use some of my stamps. I don't know about you guys, but I don't use them near enough. There's that one. I'll do this one. And a number 5. Now we need to go to number 6. Stay in there. Everything wants to fall out. You know how that is. Have to work with them to get them all back in there. So this is 6 for number 6. And for number 16, and 26. Okay, now we need number 7. I've got 1, 2, and 3 that are battling over here for some reason. They're just acting a little bit on the crazy side. They don't want to stay in their little packets. Okay, so now we need 7. Let's get 7 out. Okay. $27, $17, number 7. Yeah. 2 more numbers. 8 and 9. I think I'm just going to get them both out this time, so I don't have to wrestle with this thing. They're all stuck in here because they've never been used, like I said, but they have now. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, it should be like that. $18, $28, and 8. Excuse me, getting all choked up here. We're going to do number 9 for 19. I'm going to do a 9 right here. And we're short 1 more. Let's put the 10 back over here. So we're going to do the 9 for the 9. No, we had the 9. So we need the 2. It's the 2 that's, we needed 1. Okay, so let me get the 2 back out. Okay. $29. Right there. Yeah. I'm not so disappointed now. I was getting disappointed thinking that, you know, we wouldn't get to do them. But as it turns out, we did. So we have 1 through 10 and 11 through 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up tonight. And I will see you in the next video where we will go a little further with the golden book. Talk to you later. Bye.